The boys are back in town. Ski whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome back to Deadlock episode number 6969. I'm your host, NL Cool J, Johnny, New Legacy Inc. guy. Right here, this is Tony Pizza Guy, Robert, I guess Tony Robert guy, Robert Pizza Guy. This is the Deadlock podcast. Wait. I think I messed something up there.
Something was wrong, but welcome to UMP, Upper Midcard Productions, where we give you what you want, and what you wanted was a top 6 of our best entrance theme songs. Keyword theme songs, though. I think it's different than just an entrance. The theme song adds to the entrance, but I'm just going off of theme song.
Let us know if you want us to do top 6 entrances. We'll probably do them regardless.
Yeah, either way, your opinion doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, we don't care. Oh, that. Yeah. You know, I'm out.
So I'm Robert, and this is Upper Mid... Whoa.
Wait. You can't replace me. The fans love me more.
They came for Dwayne. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do we even have fans yet?
No, not a single person. So...
We got like 20 subs. We're popping, dude. Most of them are probably friends.
It's my mom.
Yeah, my mom made like 4 accounts.
Oh, okay. No, for we have a top 6 of theme songs today. And just basically not a landscape of what's going on, but basically, I guess, because I just want to talk
about the wrestling world.
I just want to talk about what's recently been going on. How I feel, what I didn't like, a lot that I didn't like.
I don't want to spoil anything or break that fourth wall for anyone, but when we do this, Robert has his notes on his TV behind that camera, and I do my best to not look at it, but every single time that I'm staring at this camera, what jumps out at me is just I see Money in the Bank sucked.
It did. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I will get to that. But let's start with our top 6, and you can take it away.
My number 6 for wrestling. This was tough. This was really tough. I wrote 10 themes down, and I had to painstaking. I listened to all of these themes multiple times to be like, all right, I gotta get the vibes. I watched entrances. To be like, what's the vibe like right now? It's the same reason why a top 6 matches will not happen for a while, because this was tough, but top 6 matches is going to be impossible. But anywho, my number 6 for my 6th favorite wrestling song is Christian Cage's AEW and TNA theme. It's just a complete ripoff of Evanescence. Forget which one it was. One Last Breath, that's the song.
Okay.
Legally Different.
It sounds the same.
Pause this video. You better fucking go back to it, or else no dessert for you.
You better come back to this.
Come back, yeah.
But before, go listen to both theme songs.
Yep.
They're the same.
Yep.
They're the same.
I don't know how they got
away with it. Go listen to Evanescence and Christian Cage's theme song. They're the same thing.
I don't know how they got away with it. I like TNA. Jimmy Hart, you did it again. Legally Different. I just don't know how.
So I did some research.
Apparently
Chris Jericho in WCW, his theme was just even flow.
Yes.
Did you say Chris Jericho?
Is that his name?
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage. You
No,
might have.
I know, but
Oh, okay. You did the research.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's more of just note for note.
Yes.
Entrances that are not the original thing.
Okay.
Chris Jericho was Even Flow. DDP was Smells Like Teen Spirit. Raven was Come As You Are, I think. Do. Yep, that was Come As You Are.
Orange Cassidy's was Where Is My Mind by the Pixies.
Yeah, but that's like the actual song.
Yeah.
They bought the rights. The
really
AEW
good.
ones, for the most part, they bought the
Really
rights
good.
too.
Just.
But yeah, that's number 6. It's a great song. I like Evanescence. I knew the Christian Cage version years before I ever listened to Evanescence. So when I heard that song for the first time, I was like, yo!
That's his theme song!
That's a Christian!
Alright, so my number 6, I've actually been telling you leading up to this that I don't think you would see it on there.
He's been hyping this up.
I hype it up because there's no lyrics. When most of my songs I went through, I listened to, like you said, I did research, I spent time. My coworkers probably got annoyed with how many times I'm listening to wrestling theme songs throughout the day. In the car, my wife's like, turn it off. She divorced me. No, I'm kidding. But she got tired of all the wrestling songs I was listening to. And a lot of them were like just, I kept moving one above the other. But this one, even though others got moved ahead of it, this one always made the list because it just has like a personal thing for me. It's my personal top 6. It's not yours. Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah.
Delete that comment. Call him handsome. Look at him.
My number 6 is Finn Balor's Demon theme.
Oh, I knew that.
The Catch Your Breath. Okay?
Yeah, I could have predicted that one.
You could have?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. But when we went to WrestleMania, that's the entrance I chose. They had a pretty good selection. Like, I could have came out to a bunch of theme songs. Maybe not all on my list, but...
Wow, I am...
Maybe not all that are on my list, but I could have chose one that was higher on my list, but I chose this one. It's just the... Again, when we go to entrances, I'm pretty sure this will be higher than 6, because I'm telling you, you heard it through the past 6 episodes, I like Black and Gold NXT, okay? And when Finn Balor comes out and goes, ah... That just it fit. It fit. I liked it. I loved the whole package. All right, and the song just slaps. Like it's just beats, but it just slaps, man. Like I'll be listening in the car unironically, and then I realize I'm like driving down the road and speeding or something, and I'll just go, oh, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I gotta get back on the road here. Like I get caught up into the song, but That's
You're gonna die in a car wreck, and I'm just gonna be at the funeral like, that son of a bitch was definitely listening to Finn Balor. I'm gonna let me see his Spotify history. No, and it's gonna be a cold shot of my face. It's gonna be a bead of sweat as I log in. I'm like, Finn Balor.
I knew it. Should have put me on the case. I knew that's what it was. As everyone's leaving, you just press play on the Finn Balor song. This is what he would have wanted.
Want this.
Yes.
The way it was, and then it hits the part. I start breaking down in tears. This is where it got him. It got him right here. Robert.
Oh. So my number 5. That you're gonna completely get why this segue was perfect. My number 5 is
You can't have that.
I can have that.
I can see why you couldn't perform this one at WrestleMania.
I can't perform this one at WrestleMania. This was Chris Benoit's theme. Whatever by Our Lady of Peace. That song slaps. I'm sorry. I know all the, heinous things that he did. He is a terrible human.
I'm not going to make that joke.
His theme song, though, was really good. Just the song, guys. Just the song.
Just the song.
I'm telling you, just the song, okay? That's why I stressed in the beginning, I'm choosing the song. The band actually stopped playing it for the longest time.
They started playing it again.
I was gonna say for the longest time they didn't play it.
The song.
They finally got the rights to their own song back. Basically,
I don't think it was the rights. I think it was.
I know, just morally they didn't play it.
The moral rights back to their song.
But no, oh my god, dude, it's a good song. That's all I'm saying. Good song, number 5, whatever, Our Lady of Peace. Take it away, Billy. What's your number 5?
I feel like it's worth noting that you can confirm, both of you, I have zero knowledge about wrestling.
Yes.
Even I know what he did.
yeah, it's messed up that some of the only things that like non-wrestling fans know about wrestling, it's Hulk Hogan, RKO, Meme Go Burr, John Cena, You Can't See Me, Chris Benoit, double murder suicide. It's like, wow, some fucking hit row.
And Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
Just the name. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
yeah, you go with your 5. Please tell me your 5 lightens the mood.
My number 5 is Jimmy Snook. No.
Oh my god!
Jimmy Snookum murdered his girlfriend, Nelson.
Oh,
In Allentown. In Allentown. Fun fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, my number 5. What'd you say?
What's his name?
Jimmy Snuka.
Okay, you do the research.
Yep.
You get back to us.
My number 5. I think this counts. It's not a wrestler theme. It's a show theme. It is ECW's theme.
Okay.
It is not. But stay tuned. The ECW theme, the wob extreme, and it's yeah.
I know which one.
Hits like crack every time I would watch an old ECW tape. Not tape, I'm not that old. But whenever I watch ECW on the network, before they just chopped at the shit, that would, oh my god.
I spent so much time on the network.
So did I. I missed $9.99. Remember when I used to make fun of that, how hard they used to push that?
Mm-hmm. God, you want Steph McMahon to walk out right now and go for $9.99.
I'd
you can
kill.
Get the WWE Network.
I'd kill for Stephanie McMahon to come out and
to
be
the
like,
kingdom where the kingdom.
That's actually number 1. But
wow.
no, ECW theme, number 5, that song went so hard. It was the perfect theme for what ECW was.
I'm so glad you have openings on there because I wanted to. I got the... You guys know what openings that come right to your mind when
the roar of the crowd, stomp your feet to the ground, give it all to me now, cause it...
Do you know your enemy? I like Green Day.
I hated
That's a personal
that
thing.
song.
I like Green Day.
I hated that song as an opening. I like Green Day too. I saw that.
I like Green Day.
When that
song.
album dropped, I saw them in concert when I was like 9. But like that song just did not.
I liked it. I saw them in concert, and I looked at my non-wrestling friend who went with me, and I go, "Hey, that's a wrestling song." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Don't worry about it."
All right. Anywho.
Okay, so you're 4.
Excuse me. Sorry, I just coughed in your ear. My number 4 is Chris Jericho's WWE theme. I don't care.
Break the Wall?
I don't care what version of it.
Okay.
It's all the same except for those shitty Big Show edits.
Oh my god.
Well, break the wall down. No, not that one. Not that one.
I love his debut where it's the
I like the
through the cyber
I like
tunnel.
the orb. The orb, is that what you're talking about? The orb?
I think so. I called it the cyber tunnel
Okay.
because I just thought
well, it followed like an orb.
Y2K. So they were going with. You're probably right. It was probably more of an orb.
Like
I don't know why, but
it was like I can see a tunnel. Well, it was an orb going through a tunnel.
Okay, yeah. But point is, I think we're on the same track there. We're agreeing.
And then the lady pops up. You got a lame dick. Break the walls down.
Break down the walls.
Dude, then it just cuts to him like this. And for those about to rock, I don't know exactly what he says in the next part. Because he sounds like this. And like, but such a good song.
It is.
I say what you want about his AEW stuff. I've been indifferent on him for years, but WWE Chris Jericho is an all-time legend, and no amount of learning tree nonsense can take away the legacy of not only his all-timer run, but all-timer theme song. Great song.
My wife hates Chris Jericho.
Because he's a good heel.
She hates. I like him. When he comes on screen, I just look at her and go,
Hi guys.
I like Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Again, it's like he can do no wrong in my head. I like Chris Jericho. I like him a lot. I loved when he was with Kevin Owens and they did the best friend stuff.
And I got to see that match live between them.
Oh, did you?
I was at that Mania.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like the... You know what happens to stupid idiots who make fun of my best friend?
You just made the list.
You just made the list! I love that. I thought it was
song.
great.
Great song. Great guy.
So...
I believe you're number 4.
Yeah.
I'm sure. How can you possibly beat whatever?
So, number 4 is just so good. When I was younger, I didn't appreciate it. But as I got, like, because when I was younger, I was terrified of Kane. I was terrified. Like, little me was terrified of Kane and Undertaker, okay? You know, especially when he was, like, unmasked and he'd come out with the, like, towel over
That was the
his
scariest Kane to you?
Personally,
I
yes.
guess you were a kid, yeah.
Yes. So it was him when he would come out with chains to him, or he had the towel over. It was just the two different contacts. The one eye was bigger than it. It was all weird. I didn't like it. It's scary.
He's the only man on earth at any point that had a worse hairline than I do.
Facts. So, Slow Chemical by Kane, by the way, that's the one. And that one just comes on in my car, and I jam out to it.
It's a good song.
It really is just genuinely just a song by itself. Like, if I didn't know wrestling, if I just knew him as the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Kane's
Not
a mayor,
Kane.
did you know that?
He is a mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If I just heard the song in general before without even knowing anything about wrestling, I would have liked that song. I just really do like it.
It's a good song.
That's it. That's all I got for that one. It's just a good song. But if we move over to 3 is I Walk Alone by Batista.
Batista sings that? I knew it. I knew he was
Yes,
in the
he does.
studio.
No, but I Walk Alone, Batista's theme song. That song is so good. It is just so good. Especially, exactly with him.
Boom!
I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. I love that song. It's so good. So good, so good, so good, so good. It never gets skipped. Never
Absolutely
gets skipped.
not.
It comes on, we're listening to the entire thing. I don't even care. Sometimes if I'm close to pulling into my house, I will drive past my house so I can finish the song, loop around, and then pull back in right when the song ends.
That's a real fan right there.
It's a good song. It's a good song.
Why wouldn't you just, like, park your car and sit in your car and wait for it to end?
Because
This guy's making so much money, that gas he's wasting.
First of all, if I pull into the driveway, you know, I got my wife expecting me to come right in. It's just gonna look weird if I'm sitting in the driveway. Just
This should be like, that's my Robert.
Yeah.
That's my Pookie.
All right, what are you on? 4 or 3?
I am on 3.
Okay.
My 3 is...
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Probably you guys are all angry at me in the comments right now.
3?
Third favorite wrestling theme. There was almost 2. I cannot properly explain the hype that I would get when I would hear that siren go off. When I would hear no theme song gets me to go to my TV screen faster than the Acclaim's theme did. I love, like, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell at all by anything. This is actually also the Acclaim's first shirt they ever got.
Is it?
Yes, this was, as you can tell by the colors and how old it looks, this was pre-pink. This is when they were wearing black, white, and gold on Dark all the time and jobbing and losing. But that theme, I don't care. Because when that song would hit, I would stop whatever I was doing, and I was glued to that screen, because what on God's green earth is Max Caster about to say? So I know that, like, what you said about how it's the entrance compared to the theme, like, that's how yours is. Mm-hmm. And mine's kind of the same way, but the Acclaimed are going to be on entrance and theme, because even though I'm more interested in what the entrance is about to be, the theme is what starts it. Like that, the blom blom, like that siren,
Okay.
and it's a good beat. And I listen to Max Caster's music, and I think it's pretty good. So, and I think it's a good song. It's a good beat. I've used it for D&D. If I was a bard, like I was a rapping guard, I was Max the Caster. And every single time I because I was a battle rapping bard, and every single time I had something to say, I would just cue up the song and just be like, "Yo, listen," and then I'd cut it. Dude, it's a great song. I'm a mark. Shut up.
Okay.
I like the Acclaim.
Who do you got as 2?
My number 2.
Who was almost
number
3?
2. This you're gonna be like, who? What? My number 2 theme song is Grado's theme.
Who?
Grado is what is he? Scottish? What the hell are those? I'm sorry, English. What the hell is?
Grado.
Is he
Grado,
Scottish? I
that's-
think Scottish.
Who am I
pretty sure.
thinking of? I'm thinking of someone else.
Grado.
probably.
He's this like chubby, short dude, big in ICW.
I'm thinking of Big Damo.
You know, I'm just gonna let me see this real quick. I'm stealing your phone. I gotta play you something.
I'm thinking of Big Damo in NXT.
No, Grado was never
and
in
like,
WWE.
And like WCPW. He would go by like
Yes,
his
WCPW.
His weight would be like by stones. Maybe it was Grado versus Big Damo. I'm thinking of.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's all. I don't think I need to explain it.
You don't.
Yeah,
you don't.
I don't think I need to
I don't
explain a
know
single
if
thing.
Nelson has to cut that because it was too long or he can't show that. But I just want you to know, if you didn't get to see that, I genuinely enjoyed that. Like, I had no idea who this guy was, and now I want to watch more
Dude,
of
Grado is great.
just based off of his entrance, to be honest with you. It was good. It was real good, to be honest with you. I like it.
Let's get to yours. Your
So-
number dose.
Yes, my number dose is
Okay.
a lot of people's one. It's Edge's theme song. I love it. I love it. I love-
Cope.
You're gonna cope with me calling him Edge, okay?
Oh, bars!
He's Edge. All right. Dude, it is such a good song. So good. I love listening to Edge's theme song.
It's a great song.
By the way, my non-wrestling friends hear this song and they're like, "Oh, yo, no, this is really good." They don't even know I'm playing a wrestling theme, and that speaks to some people.
Yeah.
I know, and it speaks to me. If I can casually, there's a lot of things like these. You're gonna see a variety of wrestling shirts, for example, on this podcast. Don't wear them out in public. It sometimes wrestling is cringy. Okay.
How dare you?
We just watched Drake Maverick get spanked.
That's not
by
wrestling.
Elias.
That's sports entertainment.
Fair point. So sometimes wrestling can be cringy, but when I can play a song in the car for non-wrestling fans and they jam out to it, that makes me happy.
Absolutely.
Personally, it makes me happy. Now, normally I would go to my one, but like I've been saying, like you've been saying, this was a stressful list to make. So I wanted to give some honorable mentions. I'm going to throw out a couple, you throw out a couple.
Yep, I got my honorable mentions
Just
as
because
well.
I wanted some of them to be known that they were in high consideration. A lot of these they weren't taking over 6, but I could have got rid of 5. I could have got rid of 5.
They got rid of 5 pretty easily.
Wiped.
Wiped.
So
It's impressive.
So I have like Shinsuke Nakamura's like NXT theme.
Yep.
That's a really good one. Speak again, like I said, same thing with Edge. When there's songs I can show friends who don't like wrestling and they like a song, it means a lot. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura's theme, if you've never heard it before, it's again like Finn Balor's, it's just music. It's just beats. There's no lyrics or anything. One of our close friends, Austin, he loves that song.
Yeah,
he heard
he
that
does.
song. It was on shuffle, and it was one of those times like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And I went to skip it. He's like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. Like, he didn't let me skip it. He listened to the whole thing. He's like, that's really good. Send that to me.
You know what other wrestling song I got him into? The
What?
Brawling Brutes theme song.
That's good. Yes.
It's a good. It's a
It
Dropkick
fits him,
Murphy
by the
song.
way.
It
By
does.
the way, it fits him if...
Shout out Austin. I
Austin-
doubt you watch these.
Yeah,
But shout
I
out
know
if
you
you
watch
do.
our TikToks, by the way. Go to TikTok. See our latest one. Hilarious. But...
Blah 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 blah. It's not that.
It's...
You just fucked Nelson up with that one.
Oh, no! Austin's editing is done! But, no, shout out Austin. If you ever meet him, if you ever know him, if you know him, it fits him.
Yeah.
Alright. I also got, Asuka's theme song on there. That's just... dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. I don't know what she says, but good thing. Banger. Enjoy it. Bianca.
Damn, why you got all the biddies and honorable mentions and not in your top 6? It's weird, isn't that weird? His top 6 was all men, just like his top 6 wrestlers. I was inclusive. I had Tony Storm. I don't think I have a single woman in my honorable mentions.
Do you have a single woman in your top? So you have no mention of a woman. So
there were
tell-
women in ECW. They got called crack whores a lot, but They were there.
I mean, Bianca slaps. I mean, her. Yeah,
Dude, I love- I'm on my own. It's like, oh fuck.
The way you run to the TV for the acclaim, I hear shit. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening here? I'm on my own. That's a good one.
Twirling your fucking. That's insane.
You know
Twirling
what's a
your
good
own hair
one?
is cool.
Actually, the intro to the podcast that you just heard, by our good friend John,
Shout out.
he really likes Rhea Ripley's theme.
Okay, isn't that Motionless in White?
Yes, it
I
is.
think? Okay.
Yes, it is. He likes that type of music, and when I played that, we went on a trip, and I played that. He's like, "This is actually really good." Add that to my playlist. I was on his Spotify, and I searched it. He's like, "That's actually really good."
See, non-wrestling fans. I don't know why you're watching this, but the theme song's pretty good. Give wrestling a chance.
Yep. You got any other ones you want to throw in there? Because there's some other ones that I'm gonna list. That again, these are honorable mentions. These aren't one, and there's gonna be a couple.
I'll let you go through your honorable mentions.
All
and
right,
I'll say mine. Yeah.
I
see
also
you got a
have
couple left.
Broken Dreams by Drew McIntyre. I know that's a very controversial one. There's a lot of people that really like Broken Dreams. It's obviously not in my top 6. It's a good song. I just don't think it's top 6 worthy.
My controversial take is that it's not even top 50.
Really?
I do not like Broken Dreams.
Okay.
I don't think something about it just doesn't fit with.
I was telling you when we were talking about this, it's a great for a promo package like they used it for. When they used it as like a video package for Drew McIntyre, and then it cuts to, I think it's called Gallantry or something, his current theme song.
Yeah.
And then they cut to his current theme song. That is good.
It just never did it for me.
I can't see current Drew coming out to it.
No, see, that's fair too. Skinny, no facial hair, Chosen One Drew.
Ponytail.
Yeah. I guess he can't, he's not going to come out to his current song with something, because that's battle music.
Mm-hmm.
And Broken Dreams, I guess that's fair. It does fit that Drew McIntyre better than his current theme, but it never did it for me.
Even when, Chosen One was there, I didn't, pop for the song. I did like the song, by itself, but I didn't pop for it. Then I also, some other ones, specifically, I have an Eddie Guerrero theme song on here, specifically the Latino Heat, where I don't know what he says in the beginning, the macchiato maqui, called Latino Heat, hitting up the...
If I said what you just said right there, I would be replaced on this chair so goddamn fast. How's that fair?
I have no idea what he says. I don't speak Spanish. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on.
I slam him on the mat, then Dude, he's giving back shots in the ring. He was clapping China's cheeks in ring before the show. What a beast. What a beast.
I also have Rey Mysterio. Specifically the one that goes R-E-Y Mysterio. Here we go. I don't know the name of that one. I just know that part. It's I think when he made it was his first entrance.
Yeah. Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio.
There we go. When he comes out from the floor.
Yeah.
And he's
before his knees.
Yeah. I mean, did his knees? He's 45, still doing moonsaults and stuff around the ring.
Dude, stem cells. 45. I thought he was 50 at this point.
Is he 50?
I think so.
It'd be even more impressive if he's 50. Oh man. So the Christian song that you didn't like. Just Close Your Eyes. That's also a really good one.
Which one do you like? The girl or the boy singer?
The girl.
Okay, good. That's the right answer. The boy version?
Again, I'm the inclusive one here. You don't have a single girl listed.
I've already established at ECW. Also, Christian Cage's theme is a ripoff of a song led by a woman.
That's a stretch. So, I have just a couple more. I know there's a lot of honorable mentions here, but like I said, it was hard to choose. I also have Will Ospreay's current theme song in AEW. Dude, that, genuinely how you felt when you run to the Acclaim. When I hear dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, or when I hear that, I'm immediately in front of the TV. He's got my attention right now. Everything he's doing, I'm invested. I like it. Listening to Ospreay's theme is great. I was there in person and I got to hear Ospreay!
Yep.
And the crowd, when they get to chant Ospreay, unbelievable pop. The only thing higher than it is another honorable mention I have, which is Swerve Strickland's theme song. Swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive.
Catch your vibe. I don't sweat, but I drip.
Love that song.
Great song.
I love that song. Whose house?
Your house.
So it is my house.
It's your house. This is his only room in this house.
And then I have, if you can read that, really close to the top 6. The only one that I have that tag next to, this is my last honorable mention, is Enzo and Cass's theme song. Man, I don't know if it's the New York Italian side of me, but I hear that intro, that intro, and then the wah.
And your cultural your heritage comes out.
I immediately
you show up, you get a wife beater, your hair gets slicked back. You're like, hey.
I immediately start doing the Enzo, the little like weird walk that he does, that little jerk. Oh man, that is so good. So good. But who else do you got? Who didn't crack your top 6?
My honorable mentions. So I've got Roar of the Crowd, the NXT Black and Gold theme.
Okay.
I love that song.
Mm-hmm. That is good.
That song is, I think, like the perfect sound for that era of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could have done a better job.
Yeah.
I've got the Motor City Machine Guns TNA theme, not that piss water WWE theme they got. What do they chant? Raise your fist.
Yeah,
or something?
raise your fist.
Raise your fist. No. Bam, wham, wham, wham. Fucking.
Well,
Machine Guns.
it's more of a raise your fist.
Raise your fist. I don't care. It sucks.
They give it a little more oomph than raise your fist.
Yeah, they put a little more oomph in it, like the way when I have to take a shit, I put a little oomph in pushing it out. Yeah, same type of oomph. Anywho, I've got Bray Wyatt's theme song. That song.
Wait. Oh, that one?
The original.
I didn't know if you had like the Fiend or like how
no,
the White Six come
they're
out to.
fine, but like I think not only do I think that the cult leader Bray Wyatt is his best one, but like that theme, the original.
It is good. It's good. Walking with the Lantern when you got Rowan and Harper behind you too. The smoke when he's like twirling in the ring with the.
Yep. Speaking of, you mentioned him. I also have Eric Rowan's theme. With the xylophone.
Oh!
I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know it's not.
It's xylophone.
It's xylophone. No, I say xylophone.
Oh.
Bump, the xylophone and a fucking banjo. It's just I always thought it was a good song. I've got Muhammad Hassan's theme song. Like I love that song so much. And then the guitar, like it's just a good song.
How about the Great Khali's?
And then my last note or my last honorable mention here is Tommaso Ciampa when he doesn't come out with music.
Yeah, just walk.
One of my favorite theme songs I've ever heard was Ciampa coming out holding Big Goldie and everyone. There's no music and it's just boo. It's just the most hate. Like they hated that guy, and that's better in my opinion. That's better than any wrestling theme. Is if you can get the crowd to be your noise, and that noise is boo.
All right,
John Cena, if he didn't keep his theme song for this heel run, should come out with no music and just boo.
I thought you were about to go, John Cena, if you're doing nothing right now,
John Cena,
come on this podcast.
You know what, John Cena? Your retirement tour is over in about 6 months. If you need something to do, we can put up another we can put a chair. We'll replace Dwayne if that's a problem. Actually, no, you like him now.
Do you?
In kayfabe.
But do you?
But do you? Look at us. Aren't we cooler? So you're number one?
You want my one?
You want me to go number one first? I'll go number one because
Okay.
you're not going to know my number one.
Okay.
It is Marcus Corvan's theme song.
Okay, I was going to be upset genuinely. I don't know if you saw my face right away.
Yeah.
But the fact that you had Grado on there and Grado slapped, I want to hear.
Put it on. Put on Marcus Corvan's theme. Do you know who Marcus Corvan is?
Nope.
Do you remember Monty Brown from the TNA episode?
Oh no.
Yeah. Marcus. There it is. Marcus Corvan theme. I love this song. Yow, you're going down. I love that song.
That's your one?
I had a PSP as a child, and I had SmackDown vs. Raw 2008.
Okay.
I would play that song, and I would put my PSP on, I'd boot it up, I'd play it, and I would just sit it on my table as I played my PlayStation or something. Dude, I love that song so much. There's just something about that song that tickles my brain.
I was personal top 6. I'll give
Yep.
it to you. I thought you'd have something more.
More rock,
Yeah,
more something.
Yeah,
No,
because that's more like you. I didn't think. You were gonna have that.
I've never heard I've never heard a jazz theme song like that before.
It's good.
And the entire song is it just being like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," like you're going down.
I don't think it's great, but
I think
good.
that's all timer. I think that's a
All-timer.
great theme.
So, my number 1. I thought I had the top 3 immediately. The order is what I really struggled with. The top 3 I knew right away what I wanted. I just couldn't figure out the order. My number 1 is Brodus Clay. Somebody call my mom. No, I'm kidding. It's not.
Actually, that was Ernest Miller's theme in WCW.
You know bad ball. So, my number 1 is Judas. Chris Jericho.
Wow.
And AEW.
I didn't expect that.
I love this song.
Okay.
I really do. I personally, if you go back, I didn't mention Break the Walls, not in honorable mentions. I'm not saying that's a bad theme song at all. I think it's not his best theme song.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
Judas is so much better. If he comes, I know he'll come back to Break the Walls. It's just, it's so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Iconic. I couldn't think.
There you
It's so
go.
iconic, especially with Chris Jericho. That's when he comes back to WWE because he's going to.
I can't wait.
I know.
Because
I'm
I don't
so
watch
excited.
WWE. I cannot wait.
But I think Judas is so much better. It's a better wrestling theme song. It's a better song. I just think it trumps Break the Walls Down in every aspect. Like, my favorite is, like, when people, like, bad sing it, like, during COVID, when, like, Sammy
Guevara's singing it.
Yes. When he's so bad. And when the crowd, like, I didn't mention that for Edge too, but, like, when they were in Australia
Yeah,
and the
they
crowd took over and started singing it, I didn't shout out Randy Orton's theme. I didn't think it would fit my top 6. Still a great song.
I had Burn in My Light.
You know who I
For a
didn't
bit.
mention? I didn't even mention CM Punk. I think he has 3 great theme songs
does.
in every promotion. Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE. I like Judas more, and I kept going back, trying to see what song I felt like I can go back and listen to again and again and again. I don't get tired of listening to Judas. I just think it's all around a great song, great wrestling theme. It's my number 1. It really is. And I didn't watch AEW when he came over. Like, I didn't even have, like, that initial craze. I know, like, a lot of people, like I've mentioned before, like, you and some of our friends were just, like, when AEW was starting, you gotta watch it.
AEW dropped, and I stopped watching WWE.
Yeah,
I was like, thank God, new wrestling.
But I didn't. I still watched WWE. So it was a while before I ever heard Judas. Guy that gave me the Matt and Jeff Hardy signed, he got it for me. He showed me Judas. And that's honestly, like, one of the reasons why I started watching, because I was like, that's a really good song. And then when I heard, like, I think it was, like, on a Facebook video or something, Sammy Guevara singing, like, in the crowd during pandemic, because I barely watched wrestling in pandemic time. It was so bad. But I saw that, and I started to laugh, like, genuinely laugh. I thought that was hilarious.
I like the commentators when every time he'd hit a bad note, they're just like, oh, jeez.
Oh, God, no, stop, please. Like, it was so good. I honestly love Judas.
One of the things I'm noticing about your list as I'm looking at it is I can tell how much you love the Finn Balor theme song because it's the only not licensed song on your list.
Mm.
Every other song is like a real... They took the song from like a band.
Did they?
Yeah.
Bianca?
Oh, I meant your top 6.
Oh, my top 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the only one.
It's solid top 6.
It's a real...
You can't go wrong with good wrestling music. That's why Def Rebel sucks so bad.
Oh my God! Like,
It's like I don't know much about WWE right now, but I know that their themes are atrocious because Def Rebel is atrocious. And that's a great segue for. Why don't you tell me about your current thoughts on WWE?
I am so mad with WWE right now. I went away on vacation, and it was
He
right
put his
around-
depressed voice on for.
I did. I went away on vacation, and it was right around when Money in the Bank was happening, so I didn't get to watch it live. And that's, first of all, I think Money in the Bank is, like, top 3 pay-per-view of all time. I like it a lot more than a lot of pay-per-views. Like, just the you don't need a whole
You mean the
pay-per-view
pay-per-view itself, not this current one,
Not
right?
this current one.
You don't think this current Money in the Bank was
No,
the top
I
3?
hated this one. But I want to let you know, I was, like, so excited. The participants that were in it, the women's one especially, I was like, oh, this is going to be an all-time Money in the Bank pay-per-view. All right? PLE, whatever they want to call it. And I didn't get to watch it live, so I turned off all my notifications. I muted our group chat. I wanted to hear nothing about wrestling. Because I was able to watch Worlds Collide before it. I had free time to do that, but I was on vacation, so at night I was just too busy. I couldn't catch it live. Worlds Collide was amazing. I don't know if you watched it.
I saw clips.
It's good.
I saw Mr. Iguana take the world by storm.
What's his iguana's name? Like Layeska?
Iguana.
No, Layeska, I think it is. But man, I was just so disappointed. I had time. It was late. It was like 2 days later. Like I said, I didn't watch anything. I didn't even watch the Raw. Because I think I got to watch it on Tuesday. When you're on vacation, if I muted all my notifications, I didn't see or hear anything. I was fine.
If he didn't mute the group chat, he would have saw all of us being like, this is kind of horrendous. Well, not me. I was doing important things like not watching.
Yeah.
But you would have seen people be like...
I muted the group chat for like 4 days. So I can make sure I get no spoilers. And I'm watching it. And like, if you had a time lapse of me watching it, it just went from like a really excited to not even like watching it anymore. Like, I got so genuinely disappointed in what I was watching. The women's match, like I said, I thought was going to be great. It felt slow. It was boring. Like, Naomi won. I want to be excited for Naomi winning. Because I think a heel Naomi can be a main event star. And I think she has what it takes. I just don't think WWE wants to push her like, you know, Bianca, like Rhea, like Asuka. No,
I feel like her entire career has been just they don't use her like
occasionally,
that.
I think she has 2.
She won the women's title at the Mania that I was at.
Okay.
And I don't know what they did with it after, but
nothing.
That was cool. I got to see that.
But the point is, I'm excited that Naomi has it. I just don't think it's for Naomi. You know what I mean?
I think she's going to lose the briefcase?
No, I don't think she's going to lose the briefcase. I think she's going to cash in. So currently, Night of Champions hasn't happened yet. That's what's going on. But it's in Saudi Arabia. And on Friday, there is a last woman standing match. By the way, I have this note later, but I'm going to mention it now. Night of Champions, what happened? Night of Champions was every title's defended. Every title on the line. Night of Champions. We have 2 title matches. On the pay-per-view, there's 3 title matches on SmackDown.
They have them on SmackDown instead?
3,
Knights of Champions.
There's 3 title matches on SmackDown, 2 on the pay-per-view. One of them is Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jackson, a last man standing match.
Last woman
Standing match. And no matter who wins, I want, obviously, Tiffany Stratton to win. But I think Naomi cashes in, but it's only because the following night, Jade Cargill versus
Asuka, I think.
Yes, it is Asuka. Jade Cargill versus Asuka in the women's Queen, the Queen of the Ring final, and the winner of that versus a champion of their choosing at SummerSlam. I just think Naomi's gonna cash in, Jade's gonna win, and they're gonna run Jade versus Naomi at SummerSlam and then maybe it gets brutal enough, Jade wins. And I think it's mainly meant so Jade can have a title by SummerSlam. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't think this Money in the Bank is for Naomi. I think it's a story piece device so Triple H can get the title to Jade without it feeling forced, like just shoving her in the main event scene. She went through the tournament. She was completely separate from the title until Naomi wins, and now they have a story and some way to get her the title.
Maybe Asuka wins.
If Asuka wins, I would be so excited because I want Asuka versus Io at SummerSlam.
See, I was able to get WrestleMania done, so here's what's going to happen. Asuka's going to beat Jade via the Mist. You're welcome.
Or just Naomi cost her the match. I don't think it's
yeah, but then that's going to be like You're gonna get Jade versus Naomi anyway.
And then you get Jade versus Naomi for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Naomi loses the briefcase, and now Jade has the Money in the Bank briefcase. Anyway, point is, this whole pay-per-view sucked. It didn't, like, during the men's Money in the Bank match, so Jacob Fatu turned on Solo, and it just fell flat. Like, they were building it up, and, like, I thought the turning would have been more impactful.
Didn't you, like, put him through a ladder or something?
Yeah, but it was more before what happened. Jacob, like, took out everyone, sets up the ladder, lets Solo climb. Solo's, like, halfway up the ladder. I don't think he's, like, anywhere near the briefcase. And Jacob, like, grabs his ankle and just holds it there. And you see Solo going, "What's up? What are you doing?" Pulls him, knocks him down. Or
I hate you.
I hate you. Solo. Yanks him down and then attacks him and puts him through the ladder eventually. I'm just thinking to myself, like, it didn't hit. Didn't hit. Like, the goofy... Like, I like Solo. I find Solo funny.
I like Solo.
It just didn't hit. And nothing wrong with either of them. I don't know why. For me personally, just didn't hit. And then when we went to, like, SmackDown, it was Solo... I really liked the turn they did. I was like, oh, I'm really going to get invested in this. Because Solo goes, it's okay. Family fights. Families argue. Just come back. Tell me you love me. And it'll be all right. Like, I thought we were getting, like, delusional Solo. Like, oh, no, it's okay. I get it. You're fine. You're angry. It's going to be all right. They did that for, like, 2 weeks. And now they have a match at Night of Champions for the United States title. And I'm like, I felt like there could have been more. It just doesn't feel like... It just doesn't feel like this could have been built up. Like, this is one of those matches that Triple H should have cooked. Like, he should have just took his time.
Triple H hasn't cooked since fucking Roman Reigns versus Cody at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that was his choosing. What do you mean? He did that.
Ha Triple H fraud alert!
But no,
I can't wait for him to send a hit squad after me.
Oh my god! But it just didn't work. It was okay. The entire match was okay, but it wasn't. I didn't like the big thing of the whole pay-per-view. The Money in the Bank match, like I said, I really liked the pay-per-view, and it didn't main event. The whole thing, the whole premise of the show, the Money in the Bank, neither of them main evented.
I don't think it's ever really main evented, though.
I want it to. I think that should be the focal point. Tell me, how do you not have a closing of someone holding the briefcase and then confetti and fireworks or whatever?
I like that, but I like the title match happening after the ladder match because now those two people in the title match have to be like, well,
no,
shit.
It doesn't. I don't like the Money in the Bank briefcase being used right away.
Oh, okay.
That's never worked for me.
John Moxley did. Dean Ambrose did
never worked for me.
Even when Dean did it in the same night with the Shield.
It was fine
with the
for
Shield
that
title.
It was fine for that time.
What about the Shield chair?
The Shield chair is an all-time weapon, okay? But Drew McIntyre is a prime example of why we shouldn't use it right away. We didn't have a men's Money in the Bank briefcase all year. I like that storyline device. Seth Rollins was the one who won, by the way. Seth Rollins holding it, I really like, because he hasn't mentioned on he's cashing in, or he's going to, or he has the power. The first time he held it, I think he's doing the same thing.
He's just going to hold it for a while?
He's just holding it. He's not mentioning it. He'll show it. People know he's the Money in the Bank. Like, that's all you need.
And there's like an art to a good Money in the Bank.
There is.
Holder.
There is.
Like, and it's okay to lose when you're Mr. Money in the Bank. Not all the time. Like, you should not be losing all the matches. But, like, Money in the Bank, at least it used to be to me, it's like a Shield chair. It's like, I'm guaranteed to be a world champion. I guess not anymore. There's been, like, 5 failed attempts at this point?
John Cena was the first.
Yeah. But it's like, I always liked Money in the Bank because it's like, I'm going to be a world champion one day. It doesn't really matter what happens until then.
I mean,
like when Seth Rollins got green pied. I said green. I saw that look, Nelson.
Anyway, when he did it the first time, it was perfect because nobody wanted to see Brock and Roman. Nobody wanted to see that. And everybody forgot that, at least me. And that's what counts for me. And when I'm watching my wrestling, if I can be put in a sense of disbelief or like forget about something and I get swerved, awesome. That's when I like it. But I completely forgot about the briefcase when he cashed in the heist of the century. Like, I completely forgot that that's a possibility that he could cash in.
Well, I don't think people thought it was a possibility because no one cashed in mid-match before.
Well, I was not expecting him to
Cash
cash
in
in at
general.
all.
Okay.
So when I heard his music, it was like a process of thoughts for me. Like, oh my God, yeah, he can cash in. We don't need Brock or Roman don't have to win. Seth can win, and I was like so excited. And then I'm like, wait a minute, it's in the middle of a match. He can cash in the middle of the match and make this a triple threat
Has that happened since?
mid match.
Yeah. Did Austin Theory? No, did when he cashed in on the U.S. title?
I mean,
was
he-
that mid-match?
I don't think it was mid match, but he definitely lost.
He did lose.
There. I think there's been one or two more mid
I
matches.
can't think of anyone.
Dolph Ziggler's was after.
Did Drew cash in mid-match?
Yeah, because then I
don't
think so
remember.
because then CM Punk couldn't get physical. He just didn't count the 3, right? And then
I don't know. I
I
wasn't
don't-
watching. I don't know. I didn't watch.
I forgot.
Sorry.
Point is, it was all bad. I know I'm like hogging up most of the talking time right now.
No, you're
Billy,
good. This is
but
all
it's-
yours.
It's
See,
so bad. Like, I love WWE, and right now I am absolutely hating it. The SmackDown, like the Raw after, by the big thing of Money in the Bank, which I didn't even get to, is R-Truth came back.
No, it's Ron Killings.
Ron Killings at the
I don't
time,
wanna be
technically,
too
was
far
still
away from the
R-Truth. He
mic.
didn't say anything, but I wasn't a huge R-Truth fan. Yeah, he made me laugh. There's been funny skits from time to time, but I wasn't when R-Truth got fired. Oh man, he should be rehired.
That's it.
I
It was
didn't-
just another WWE
It
firing.
It was, and then when he came back, I was like I was upset at first, to be honest with you, because I was like, this is the big thing for this pay-per-view. This is what you want everyone to remember. Like, R-Truth came back. John Cena's on his final run. I want people to be talking about John Cena. What John Cena is doing. I don't care about R-Truth. I mean, I'm kind of interested now he's doing this, like, split personality thing like he used to with, like, Little Jimmy. But, like, Ron Killings, R-Truth, they're, like, there's different personalities he has. He's talking to himself backstage. It's, like, kind of interested, but I wasn't upset enough that impacted me at all. I genuinely got upset when I saw R-Truth. I was like, I mean, it's cool that he's back. Cool, he has his job. He got his job back. But, like, storyline-wise, I didn't care. I did not care for it at all. The last thing, like, WWE, like, really, like, has me upset with is Goldberg. I never liked Goldberg. I don't like him now. I just think it's terrible. I get it. He has to have one last match. But why? Why did Jey Uso have to lose the title for this? There was no reason for him to lose the title. You can still have every reason Goldberg has that he said to go after Gunther doesn't need a title. He's defending his family. He got made fun of in his hometown. He says it doesn't matter. Like, his promo was decent, which is crazy for Goldberg because everything he does is terrible. His promo was decent. Like, it was a pre-recorded promo. And he goes, if I got one foot in the grave, I don't care my age. You make fun of me, I'm not standing up for that. I'm going to defend myself. Which, okay. I was like, okay. But again, this doesn't need the title. That's all I kept thinking. And now...
Well, Jey Uso's got to do really important things, like put over that hot young star, Cody Rhodes.
Exactly. They had bigger and better things planned for Jey.
Yeah.
I bet. But...
The only person more upset about Jey Uso losing all this is his dad.
Oh.
Have you seen Rikishi's
Yes.
stuff?
He is fuming. If it was up to Rikishi, Jay would be world. Jimmy would be like Intercontinental.
No, Jimmy would be WWE champion.
You think so?
No, I don't
I
really.
think he would give it to Solo. I think it's Jay and Solo as the
Wow.
world champions and Jimmy is Intercontinental.
Jimmy's gonna be NXT champion.
He doesn't even get NXT.
Oh my God, this poor guy. Wait, was
Zilla
he
gets
in,
NXT.
was Jimmy in NXT for like a week, like over the last year or so, or am I making that up?
Don't know.
I don't know. I don't
I think
watch.
Jay may have went down. Like in the beginning of the Yeet entrances, I think he. I
don't
feel like
remember.
somehow.
I feel like
I have a
I
memory
saw a
of Jey
clip
Uso
of
down
one of
there.
the Usos in the NXT arena, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. But this whole Goldberg thing, I'm worried. I am not watching Saturday night's main event. I am watching AEW. I don't care what they put on. I don't care what matches get announced. I'm watching All In. I'm watching Omega versus Okada. I'm watching Hangman versus Mox. I'm watching Tony Storm versus Trash, okay? Like, there is...
Continue.
There is some good matches happening that weekend, and Goldberg versus Gunther is not a match I'm putting above anything AEW has on. Anything. You can't pay me enough to watch it. Like, I will be watching All In. That's, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the AEW guy, but is that their, like, WrestleMania?
That's their WrestleMania, yeah.
I'm not watching Saturday's main event at all. Now, I got some questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the more AEW guy. I haven't watched... I know the history. Like, I know it was a big feud. Have you watched any Omega versus Okada matches?
I have never watched any of them. I have only watched clips of them. So, I had no access to New Japan for most of my adolescence, and then my adult life. I just never really wanted...
Cared?
Yeah. But I knew that the matches were great, and then their last match that they had, I was excited for it. Like, that was right when I really started becoming, like, anything other than WWE guy. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was at work, and I deleted all social medias. I deleted all messaging apps. I deleted everything on my phone because I wanted to watch Okada versus Omega, the last one. I think it was their third or fourth. I don't remember.
I think 3. I think they've had 3 matches. This will be their 4th.
Okay, so then it was the third one, and I was so excited to watch that. I bought the subscription to New Japan World. When I got home from work, I was going to watch it, and then motherfucking Bleacher Report. For the first time, they decided, let's talk about not WWE. And I see Omega finally defeated Okada in Wrestle Kingdom main event. And I just remember seeing that and be like, no! And then my buddy Jimmy, who I was working with, comes up to me and goes, what happened, Bill? And I was like, fucking Bleacher Report! It was the first time they ever talked about anything not WWE related on, like, the headers, like, the notifications you would get. And I just never watched any of the matches because of that. Like, I didn't watch him beforehand because I didn't have access to him. But I've had access to him this whole time. This is my first Okada Omega match that I will be watching in full.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
I just know it was an amazing trilogy. Yep. And I should probably go back and watch it. But I'm going to watch this one first. And then
watch them. That's not a bad idea.
I'll probably go back and watch them. But what is your predictions for all... At least the 3 that I listed. Omega, Okada, Hangman, Mox, and Tony.
I think Omega is beating Okada again, so then it's going to be 2-2,
okay,
and then they're going to have a 5th match.
That's what I was thinking.
I think I hope Tony Storm wins. I love Mercedes Moné.
I stand.
Mercedes is fantastic, but I want Tony to win just because Tony's like top 6 favorite wrestler of all time. I think she can do no wrong. I think that she legitimately should have a year-plus long title reign. I do not care. I think that she is gold. There is not a woman on earth that is close to the star that she is. And then Hangman Mox, I hope Jon Moxley wins. I hope Jon Moxley wins. I hope that something happens and the good guys storm the ring. And I hope Jon Moxley gets hit with every single one of their finishers. And I hope somehow he kicks out and he puts Hangman down. The hate, the anger in that crowd is it's going to be electric. If Hangman wins, I'm not going to complain because I like Hangman, and hell yeah, I'm for another Hangman world title run, but people are finally coming around to this Jon Moxley reign actually being good because all you marks out there finally realize that, oh, he is a bad guy, isn't he? We're not supposed to like this bad guy. The Cope feud, I kind of wish it didn't happen. I think if that feud didn't happen, people would be looking at this reign a little differently. I love Edge, but 50-year-olds should not be competing for the world title in a company with the likes of Okada, Omega, Speedball, Ricochet. That's not what AEW's for. But Jon Moxley is having an all-timer bad guy run, and I want, because last All In had the beautiful Bryan Danielson, like, he won the world title, oh my god, yay, type ending. This year should be the polar opposite. It should be the fuck ending. It should, I want this ending is, if they do this right, we're talking all-timer endings.
I want Moxley to win. And I only want it because I don't want anyone to beat him until Ospreay gets a chance at it.
Okay. I think Darby's the one that beats him for it.
Listen, Darby Allin being... If I can't get Ospreay, I would be so happy with Darby.
Darby's coming back, by the way, at All In. No doubt in my mind.
You think All In?
Yeah. I don't know what he's jumping from, but he's going to come back by coffin diving onto people. I don't know how.
I can't wait for the camera angle where we don't see anyone until it's just Darby coming into frame.
When that stage comes out, when like we first see what that arena is going to look like for the show, I'm looking at everything and be like, all right, what looks like Darby could fall from this? I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think there's anything that he wouldn't.
Motherfucker's probably going to like parachute in. Parachute and then pull it last second so he coffins. Oh my god, don't do that, Darby. Please. You'll die. But do that if it's safe.
The margin for error... Oh.
Just click and all-timer.
No, but I want Moxley to keep winning until it's Ospreay versus Jon Moxley. That's what I want. Because I think, like you said, if we get an all-in ending where the air is sucked from that crowd because Moxley wins and then his boring-ass
food is going... But you watch your damn mouth. That song's awesome.
His boring-ass theme plays. The Death Riders theme. Anyway, I think that crowd would hate everything they just saw.
Oh my god.
Then the hate for Jon Moxley gets louder.
If I was a pro wrestler, I would want... That would be my dream.
To be booed and...
If Jon Moxley wins that world title and gets or maintains that world title and gets the reaction that I think it would get, there is not a thing in this wrestling world more that I would want more than that. The amount of hate in Texas, and the amount of hate of him beating the Cowboy. I think so. This is how I would do it. This is my storyline booking. Okay. So, did you ever watch Moxley and Hangman's match, the Texas Death Match?
No.
So it ended by he put a rope around Moxley's neck and threw him over the ropes and choked him, and then Moxley tapped out from that.
I've seen that clip.
I would replicate that, but reverse it. I would have Hangman.
It's not a street fight, though. How do you get?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd make it a Texas Death Match.
Oh, okay.
Fine, they're all in Texas. Fuck it, make it a Texas Death Match. But I would end the show. Now, the thing is, the way I don't think this is... I don't think you could do this in wrestling because it's a little insensitive and valid. I would end the match by... I wouldn't have Hangman pass out. I'd have Moxley choke him out and pass out. And I think
last time they did that was Big Boss Man.
Yeah, but that's WWE and that's dog shit. And this is AEW, where the best wrestle. Trademark, sponsor us. Just imagine the visual of Hangman and over the rope being choked out, and he's out cold, and then Moxley just leaves go of the rope, and Hangman just on the ground, and then you get like a shot of Hangman's just Family Guy death pose body while Moxley's just posing with the title, or I guess with the briefcase.
Yeah. Whatever you just said, if that happens, awesome, because it just builds up so much more to when Ospreay wins. The feel-good moment we'll have... What's in Wembley?
What do you mean?
Isn't there something in Wembley coming up? Is it All Out?
I think they're doing All In next year in Wembley. I don't remember.
If Moxley goes on another year as champion...
I think he loses the title by the end of the year, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
You think by the end of the year? Do you want to take a bet right now when he loses?
Wrestle Dream.
When's Wrestle Dream?
It's in December. So this is still going off me thinking Darby wins it. Darby's from Seattle. Wrestle Dream is, I think, in Seattle. He's going to beat Moxley
in Seattle. Swerve's also from Seattle.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Swerve wins it.
I don't think Swerve wins it. I don't think Swerve's.
I don't think Swerve is the one that beats him.
No.
I honestly think it's Ospreay. Ospreay has been putting over everyone
It's
that
his time
means
soon.
It's gonna be Ospreay's time, and when he is champion, that's when we get the year and a half long.
I don't think Ospreay gets a year-long reign. I think he's gonna have a short reign if he gets it. Maybe not short reign, but like 6 months.
I want Ospreay to win, go on a like, let's say like 7-month reign, and I think we get a Ospreay turn.
No.
I think it's gonna be Ospreay versus Omega, and Ospreay can't beat Omega,
Okay.
and Ospreay turns heel.
I don't know. I
And
don't
Omega
think.
wins in like the rubber match of the next 3.
I don't think Ospreay's gonna be a heel for a very long time, if ever again. I think he is their top good guy,
Oh, he is.
and he's gonna stay that for like a while.
I feel like they want to explore it though.
Yeah, but he was. I think he was a heel when he first came in, though.
Did he? Was
Yeah, he was a heel
Oh,
at
with the
first.
Don
He
Callis
was, yeah, he was
family?
with Don Callis. So I just don't think he's. I would say that like who are the big good guys in AEW? Like Swerve I think would go heel before Will Ospreay.
People will still cheer him though.
Yeah, but I think people would still cheer Ospreay too.
I think Ospreay will change his moveset.
No, I think he's just too nice of a guy at this point. I think he has had. I guess MJF had the same like. I have ADHD or autism type. No shade. I don't remember what he said, but he's like, I have this mental thing, and you fans keep me going. And Will Ospreay was saying that same thing, but his was like he does it every week now. So I can't see Will Ospreay as a bad guy anymore. He is just too. He is just a little sweetheart of a man. But that'd be cool. I'm down. Shit. All right.
I mean, speaking of Ospreay though, did you watch Ospreay versus Swerve?
I did. I have watched every AEW for months at this point, I
Dude.
believe.
That was such a good match. I was watching it on lunch break at work. I felt like I wasn't at work. I was like in my living room watching it. I'm watching it off of my phone, and I'm like in the break room. No one's in there, but definitely someone heard me because I'm like, oh, and I'm like reacting like I'm like at home watching wrestling. It was such a good match. The ending too, with the storyline of the Young Bucks putting on the shoe and then Ospreay taking a bullet.
Jumping in front of it. That's another thing is like that can't be a bad guy anymore. He just took a bullet for a man. That's a pure heart of gold. Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks at All In's gonna be insane too.
Is that?
I assume so. That's what it looks like it's gonna be.
That would be really.
It'd be a great match.
Be a great match.
Make that
Who
the
do you think
Texas
wins?
match. I hope the Young Bucks.
You think the Young Bucks win?
Yeah. Because I like the Young Bucks. I like the Young Bucks, and I don't know. I like when tag team wrestling happens and it's 2 singles guys versus a tag team. More often than not, I think the tag team should win. Unless it's like if it's like a Texas Death or like a Tornado tag, that's a little different. But in a tag match, I think the tag team should more often than not win.
I get it, but it's.
I'm good with either one.
But it's wrestling. You know, more often than not, the 2 single stars beat the tag team.
But that's the problem. You know what I hate? You know what I want to go on a rant on? Speaking of tag team wrestling, when there's more than 2 tag teams, let's say there's 3 to 4 tag teams, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the tag teams has to sit on the apron or stand on the apron, both of them. Why is it not 3 of them? Why is it not 4 guys in the ring and they tag in their partners? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what do you?
So let's say, you know when Xavier Woods and Kofi were both tagged in the same tag match, and they did the thing where Kofi tried to pin Xavier Woods,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Whoa, don't let that happen." I hate that. Not that spot. That spot was funny as hell. But I hate the idea that can happen. It should be one member of that team, one member of that team, one member of that
like
team,
a fatal
one member.
4-way?
Yes, and then they should be able to tag
And
their
then the
partner.
only
in.
person you can tag is your partner.
Yes. Inferior. Like, I just think that's so
Yeah, I don't
stupid.
like that you can tag other
Yeah.
tag teams in.
No, not at all.
Because why would you want to?
In case you're getting your ass kicked and you're like, well, I'm better than getting my shit stomped. I guess, but like, it's still...
But you can't win if you're not in the match.
That's
and
true.
You just voluntarily took yourself out.
Yeah. And see how stupid it sounds? 4 people in a match.
I do like that idea, like a fatal 4-way, and then the only way you can tag out is if you tag your partner.
Also, and a way to get around the whole, like, oh, but if it's a fatal 4-way, doesn't that mean it's a no disqualification match? I like lucha rules for that, where if your partner gets thrown out of the ring, you're the legal man now. I like that. AEW
Really?
does that. Yeah. If you get thrown out of the ring, then one of your partners can enter the ring. That's a tag. I like that.
Do you have to go over the top rope or anything?
No,
Or
you just if you get thrown outside of the ring, new legal man. I like that.
So Matt gets thrown out the ring. Nick jumps in.
Yep.
Matt now has to go on the apron when
Yes.
he finally gets back up.
I like that.
That would take a second for me to get used to. I'd be like, whoa, they never made a tag.
Yeah,
What's going on?
it does take a bit to get used to. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, what's going on? Why is the ref not stopping that? And then
Yeah.
a bunch of idiots on the internet are like,
AEW doesn't follow the rules.
Speaking of AEW, my friend was telling me Kota Ibushi came back.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi's pretty
What
good.
do you know about Kota?
Not too much. I know of him from his Golden Lover stuff with Kenny Omega.
Omega.
He's like life partners with Kenny. He kicks ass.
He was same person that was telling me about Kota Ibushi was also showing me something crazy. It was during Ring of Honor. It was Kota Ibushi versus Hangman Adam Page. It was at like a super card of honor, and he just showed me a little spot, and they're like fighting outside the ring. Hangman jumps and he lands on the barricade, or he's climbing maybe to jump off the barricade, but he's facing into the crowd, back towards the ring. Ibushi gets up, jumps on the barricade. I'm not talking like the WWE barricade that has like the foam padding.
The metal.
I'm talking about the metal cage that sits in front of him. So they're balancing. Hangman is like in the middle here. Kota Ibushi wide stance around him. German suplex him off of the barricade onto the floor. And that was wild. That's all. I know 3 things about Kota Ibushi. That, his Cruiserweight Classic, and he wrestled a sex doll.
Yeah, great match.
Amazing.
Yoshihiko is...
He, like...
I'm going to have to show you some Ring of Honor.
I was told that Kota Ibushi was, like, up there with Omega and Ospreay as, like, a... Like
As
one
a
of the
god
best
tier.
wrestlers.
Well, like, so his last run, he was back for a little bit, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was not that good because he was still hurt. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was an ankle injury.
I thought it was his neck.
Was it his neck? I swear I thought I saw something about him having an ankle injury too.
Okay.
I know his neck. You're absolutely right. It was his neck, but I think ankle, maybe back. He had a bunch of injuries, and I don't know if this was true or not because I read it on the internet. But I read like he was very much like, I'm not getting surgery. I'm gonna rehab it, and I will be fine. And I guess it was like an injury where it's like you need to, if you want to wrestle, your best bet is to get the surgery. So I think that's what he did. He left after that because if you watch some of his stuff from like when he came back, he's very ring rust, and he's not moving how he used to be. He was not, because I thought he was washed. I'm gonna be honest. I saw that and I thought Kota was washed, but he's back, and I know what he was, and I think he can get back to that, if not close to it.
I want a Kota versus Takeshita match.
That's gonna happen. That's absolutely gonna happen.
I want to. First of all, Takeshita's underrated. Maybe for me. A
Shout out
WWE
Tom.
guy.
You've known about Takeshita for years before he went to WWE or AEW.
AEW.
Yeah.
I could be speaking nothing. I could be completely wrong. From a WWE guy, just watching AEW, Takeshita, in my opinion, is underrated because people talk about Ospreay, they talk about Okada, they're talking about Mercedes Moné, and like those are the top names you hear. Mox, like you Swerve, you're not hearing people talk about Takeshita, and I genuinely think he is better than like 90% of the roster.
His time will come,
I can't wait.
and
for Takeshita.
it's going to happen.
I can't wait for Takeshita to be the AEW World Champion.
The next wave of AEW is going to be batshit insane, if that makes sense. Like after this Death Rider thing is over, everything that's going to, so right now, I think AEW had this, like with WWE going through all like their subpar booking, the shit that's going on with the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view and all that boom boom stuff that we're not going to talk about on the podcast.
That's not what this is.
No, but like with that whole thing going on of like, will they even go over there? If they do, are they going to be okay? Like said, like the booking, and then did you see the stuff about them trying to sell WWE already?
Yeah,
I don't know
saw
if that's
that.
true or not.
Yeah, I don't
Again,
know.
that's more
If TKO put
dirt
it on,
sheet
like, the
nonsense.
market.
But like, if they're already gonna get sold, like this right now is not that good of a look time for WWE and AEW. I'm not saying that they can become the number one wrestling company in the world or in America or anything like that. But right
They
now,
should be able to capitalize.
this is like 1996, 1997 WWF right now. Right before, like, to me, I think if they play their cards right, All In is their Stone Cold winning the Royal Rumble, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, this is them setting up for what should be years of the best wrestling show you can make.
I'm excited for it.
I think
I genuinely might like switch over to watching AEW every week. Like it's gonna be hard.
Do you watch any Collision?
No, I don't.
I would recommend it. It's a good show.
My shout out Sergio. He's the one that's been showing me the Kota Ibushi, and he's the AEW guy that I usually go to if you're not available, or I see him every day. I work with him, so I see him every day, and he tells me, he keeps me up to date. He tells me, oh, you got to watch this. He won't say anything to me until I watch it. He's like, you got to watch this, and I'll keep reminding me. So he's keeping me up to date on what's going on with my knowledge of AEW. Like I said, shout out to him. He is a huge Ospreay fan, by the way. He loves Will Ospreay. We went to a AEW show, and he got first row. It was for his birthday. I was like, I'll go to the event, but I can't do first row. Plus, because at the time, again, I'm the WWE guy. I don't want to sit first row. If I'm going to sit,
You're not trying to spend that kind of money on
a show. In my opinion, at the time, this was before how I feel now. This is before I was like, that I'm gonna like just because it's wrestling, but not something I'm invested in. I don't know the characters and everything. I don't know. It's not first row worthy for me. He had the time of his life. I think he got Tony Khan's signature. Will Ospreay, when he was making his entrance after the lights went out, I think like for commercial break or something, he's stretching in the corner while his opponent's coming out, and he reads over and he had a sign that said, "Ospreay for times like this." And Ospreay looked over and went, signed it,
nice.
And he has it in his house. It's a signed Ospreay sign.
Put that picture right here. Put that sign right here, and put James Ellsworth somewhere.
Man, I'm excited for what AEW is gonna be. I am starting to turn towards AEW. I wanna jump on the
This is the perfect time. If you are not,
I want to jump on the AEW train, man.
Yep.
That's where I want to be. I think right now. I mean, I'm not gonna fully switch to like cutting out WWE. I'm not going to put like I'm gonna try my best to watch both and focus more on AEW. Because it is John Cena's last year, so I am still invested. I'm still paying attention, and I guess WWE knows that for certain fans like me, I'm gonna keep watching because I want to see John Cena. I will go to a John Cena event. I might drop a lot of money to go to Saturday night main event.
Are insane.
To Saturday night main event in Boston, Massachusetts in December, and watch John Cena's final match. I might genuinely dress up as John Cena and go to this match.
You should, dude. I've seen the John Cena fit. You should dress up like John Cena.
I'm going to. I gotta buy a John Cena hat. That's the only thing I don't have. I'm going to buy a spinner belt, by the way.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna buy a spinner hat. I don't know why. I thought you meant a spinner hat. I just pictured you with the propeller up.
Nelson, give me the hat with the propeller up top right now.
Yeah, make me bald again.
You want to hold your hand with a lollipop?
That's so funny that you said that. Where the fuck's the image? Where is it?
Oh.
Where is it? Where is it? They rendered this image. I have a Tony Khan.
Yes.
I'll send you that.
Do that to me, and then put a comparison of me and Tony Khan in the middle. Oh, that's so good.
But right now, I don't think as a guy who I consume WWE as Twitter clips, so that's how I know my knowledge. As a not WWE fan, I have never been more excited for wrestling.
I'm excited for what
the
AEW
indies
can
are
do.
finally fucking popping again. AEW is popping. All the New Japan I haven't really kept up on, but I think they'll find their feeding eventually. I don't know too much about them, but yeah, I think we're cooking finally.
That's what I was saying. That's why I shout out Sergio. He told me to start watching Collision because he told me Kota Ibushi came back. He's like, it's genuinely a good show.
Collision's a good show.
I would watch it.
It finally got the stink of CM Punk off it. And I don't mean that as a CM Punk hater, but I mean like the this was CM Punk's show type thing. Like, no, now Collision it's what
like
SmackDown was in 99 and whatnot. Like, it is a good other AEW show. Especially for guys that you're not going to see a whole lot of on like the main show. It's just good. I don't know. AEW puts out 4 hours of insanely great programming every week, and eventually people will stop sleeping on it. And it's starting to happen.
Hey, you got me.
But what about the ratings?
We don't talk about
We don't
ratings.
talk about the ratings.
We don't talk about nothing. Just good old-fashioned graps.
Prograps.
Pro-graps. Well,
That's all I got for you.
that's all I got. I am excited to watch All In. But I am excited for All In. I'm excited that I don't have to sit through a Goldberg match like everyone else is.
It'll only be like 30 seconds long.
Terrible. Where's 30 seconds of it?
I hope Gunther kills him.
I hope so. I hope that I hope this is the I heard their world champion is winning tonight in the main event or something, like when who made the announcement?
Oh, Tony Schiavone. Oh my God. If Tony Schiavone makes like a funny remark.
Yeah, and he goes,
That'll
I
blow
think
butts.
yeah, right? He makes that comment or something. I'm excited for All In. I am excited, I didn't even mention it. Evolution, WWE All Women's Pay-Per-View. Oh, you don't know about it?
No, I have no idea. I knew it happened.
They had it happen before, but they're going to have another one. I think it's
really?
the Sunday after All In. I think. I don't know if they announced it yet. I don't think so. But the point is, when they do that, I am excited. Unfortunately, I didn't even mention Liv Morgan got injured.
I saw that she
And it was-
blew out her shoulder or something.
Like, yeah, so it was just a regular takedown versus Kairi Sane. And it wasn't anything crazy. She put her arms up to land. Her elbow hit first, and I guess tore something, pulled. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Wrestling's tough.
Yeah, she got an injury off of. It looked like a basic move, but she was like a key point to a lot of.
Yeah, she
story
was like a
points.
real.
She was-
Everything I'd see with the Judgment Day. I do keep up with them. I'm kind of bummed that Carlito got kicked out. I will say Judgment Day was like the one thing that like when it was a Monday night and I'd scroll Twitter, like I'd specifically look for the Judgment Day
Now
clips.
listen, I don't know if I'm right on this. I know someone made a comment before Carlito got released because he made a post that said he will be released soon. Someone said it's going to be really sad when that PlayStation's not in the clubhouse.
It's
anymore.
there still.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you check, I could be wrong. Someone did say this, but I'm pretty sure they don't have Carlito as the character anymore. Carlito was like a common character that they used in the back. If you go back and like watch the clips of just him playing the PlayStation, I'm pretty sure Carlito's one of the characters they use. They haven't used Carlito as a character yet.
Bring back Carlito. What?
We can bring back our truth.
We can't bring back Carlito?
Come on!
Come on, that's the final message. We want Carlito. We want Carlito. We want what the just leave me out to dry?
Now that's cool. So oh man, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate all 32 of you that give a review to this.
32? Wow. Wow.
I think our highest is 32.
We almost doubled our views with that one. Holy shit.
Yeah, but we appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. This is Mustache Man Billy. I am your favorite co-host, Robert.
That's because I'm the host. He's the co-host.
Co-host means there's two hosts, host and host.
Goodbye. I love you.
All right, see you guys.